Hey guys, welcome back to Pharaoh Iron and Customs. I'm Michael. I hope everyone is having a great weekend, and I have got the F-1 in the shop working on it. Now, in the month of November, my intention is to get this truck on bags and laid out. There's actually a couple of things that's going to hold us up on that. One is going to be the steering. Two is going to be how I deal with lowering the front clip on this, or the front end. I think it's going to be Z'd. On the back, I have decided not to Z the back. I have decided to actually build a C-notch in the back, and it's going to have to be 11 inches for that. You're going to have to raise the bottom of the chassis 11 inches for the truck to come down enough. Right now, sitting on the concrete, the chassis is 17 inches off of the ground, so it's got to go, the whole truck has got to go down 17 inches. That's 2.5 foot. I mean 1.5 foot. What would that be in millimeters? 350, something like that. I'm not sure, guys. I didn't do the math ahead of time. Let's get into it. Okay, guys. So what you see is I have cut out a template, and this is hardwood, plywood. We don't have MDF, a 1/4 inch MDF readily available in our area. I've only seen it one time, and what I did was I made a template how I wanted this design to turn out, and I have gone the wrong way on this curve right here. I'm glad I looked at that, but as you can tell, the template is about 1/4 inch smaller than what I've drawn out, and that will allow for the width of the tip to the center of the tip. So when I cut this out, it's going to come out to the shape that I want it to be, I hope, in theory. So let me get the compressor fired up. Oh, I'll tell you a little more about this while I was drawing it out yesterday. This is the outline of the bag bracket. And I think on this truck, the bags are going to be on the outside of the chassis because there's plenty of room. I'm not going to use this axle. I'm not sure what I'm going to use. I'd love to use a drum brake rear end, but we're going to get into that. So when figuring out how much we needed, we had to figure out the collapse height of the bag, which is 2 3/4, plus the bag bracket where it's going to go on the rear end, rear axle housing, and that's the reason why we came up with the measurements, how we came up with the measurements we did. So let me get this set up, we'll cut it out, and we're going to get on it. Okay guys, compressor's off. It's probably going to kick on while we're doing this because we're probably going to time lapse at some point. We got to move our clamp. How bad? There's a couple of places I went a little too fast and it's still stuck. Okay guys, I'm bringing y'all up to speed where I'm at. I liked how this turned out, so I went ahead and cut out all 4. Just kind of grinded them up, and as you can see, we have just a little bit of burning in a couple of spots, but you know, if you were going to do production on something like that, you might want to make it out of steel, you know, for longevity. But, you know, if you're just doing one-off, it did pretty good. So I'm just leveling the top of this up. Should be like 1.7, and down here is like 1.4, so I need to bring that up just a little bit. And leveling this with the outside of the chassis. This is the way we got to go about it because we really don't have a level shop floor, so we're just leveling everything off of the chassis and trying to measure, find the spots to measure from to get everything correct. So I'm going to break out the welder. I'm going to do some tacks. I've actually brushed the rust off and shot some rust converter on the places that we're going to be not able to get to after we weld this up. And I'm not sure if we're going to sandblast this chassis or if I'm going to brush it and rust convert it or whatever. But, you know, that's a problem for later, Michael. Alright guys, I'm just boring some 1¼ inch holes to create some plug wells on the outside of the chassis. I don't know that it's going to make a whole lot of difference, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay guys, I got the other side already done. It took me a long time to get it dialed in. And all I used was a small square and just come along and make sure that it's square all the way around the magnetic level and make sure it's level like this. The chassis on this truck is actually off by about 10 degrees. And when we got to the top, it was 1 inch closer in at the top than it was down at the chassis. So I tweaked it out a little bit to get it back lined up. So after you get 3 run across, you can just run your long level across, and it is not level, but let's see, we'll grab, it's 4 degrees, so we're up about a degree. There's nothing level on this chassis actually. See, it says 0.8 right there, so it's within a 0.2 of a degree across one side to the other. Alright guys, I'm going to get this side burned in and we'll come back. Okay guys, I took and cut a 2.5 inch strip out of the sheet of metal and formed it over the top of the bridge. This is the right side of the truck. I've just been burning it in down at the bottom. I rounded off the edges and just tried to flow the weld. There's got to be some cleanup. So we're going to burn this one in and then we'll jump on the other one. Okay guys, it's been a couple of days and we're back on it. Actually, it's been a day. I took yesterday off, so I'm going to work for a little while waiting on Valerie to get home today. What we're going to do is going to try to get everything cut out of the way. I've got all the welds done. We've got to clean up some. I've really got to get a welded helmet. If you can't see, you can't weld. What we're going to do today is get this rear end out, and if we have time, we're going to go ahead and cut the middle of the notch out. What I have done, I have put jack stands under the middle of the truck. I have put my adjustable jack stands under the back of the truck and put just enough pressure on them to support the back of the chassis, just so it's got a little bit of So it's not able to move. I don't think it's going to, but it can, because we don't have anything right now in here. And if you'll notice, chassis, the way they're made, they're stamping a C this way. So you could hit the chassis from the side and bend it, but you're not going to bend it down because it's got strength down. It really doesn't have as much strength to the side. And these notches are the same way. So until we get it welded in completely, and even after we come back and build the bridge on it, it's not really going to be, you know, as strong as it could be. So we're going to jump in that. I'm going to see if I can't put this camera on time lapse, and we're going after it. Okay, maybe that'll take better with the microphone actually turned on the camera. That's the bad thing about using a camera with a microphone, is I have to remember to turn the mic on. Anyway, that's going to be it this week. Didn't have a whole lot of time after work like I hoped I would this week to finish this up. So that's going to be next week's video, is going to be working on this notch. We may actually get into Z-ing the front frame. The only thing is I have not left myself a lot of room at the front of the truck. And we are going to do a Z notch for the front. I feel like we're going to do a Z notch anyway, unless I change my mind between now and then. It's still kind of up in the air on what I'm going to do for the front suspension. I do know that I want to use like a radius rod style suspension on the front, or like I said, a split wishbones, except for we're going to make that from some 1.5 inch, 1 3/4 DOM. I don't know. Like I said, we still got plenty to do on the back. Before I came out here just a second ago, I looked, and it looks like my short that I posted earlier in the week had like 11,000 views. I'm kind of almost giddy over that. None of my videos have that many views, and that was just a dumb short that I shot off the cuff. I did have someone make a comment about a 3-year-old could use a plasma cutter. Yeah, guys, I was just having fun, and that's what this channel's about. It's about having fun. It's about hanging out with me, having fun with me in the shop. And if it's your kind of fun and you enjoy the video, leave a like and a comment and say you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, go enjoy somebody else's video. I mean, it is what it is. I'm doing this as this channel is for me, to help me get through my projects. I'm hoping that getting this truck done, and it's like I said, I'm gonna work on the truck and the Volkswagen kinda at the same time, but getting this truck finished and getting this truck finished quickly is, I'm hoping, going to help me move forward, create energy so that I can move forward on my other projects. And also, I'm hoping this truck will draw a little bit of attention to the channel, to help the channel grow. Anyway, so before I ramble on a whole lot more, I appreciate everybody leaving comments and likes and everything. I am thinking about going to maybe twice a month on videos or once a month on videos. That way I'm not in such a rush to try to get the part of the video finished. I've actually seen 3 YouTubers this week mention to slow down and take your time. And it was not only in just setting up, it was not just setting up suspension in the car, but it was also slow down and take your time and don't release your video trying to make the YouTube algorithm happy. I want to make better videos. I want you guys to come back and watch every video. I want you to enjoy what I'm doing. That's about it, guys. Like and subscribe. I'm going to leave in the comment section below the link to the Facebook page, the fan page for the channel. Some of my actual close personal friends are on that page. So I would like, y'all go check out my Facebook page. I actually post pictures during the week. I will probably post shorts if I go to like a bi-monthly or a monthly video. I will still post like shorts every couple of days just to kind of keep everybody caught up and have one big video at the end of the month. If I go that route, like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Everybody have a wonderful week, and I will see y'all next time.